Volume 1, Book 3, Number 66. Narrated Abu Waqid al-Laythi. While Allah's apostle was sitting in the mosque with some people, 3 men came. 2 of them came in front of Allah's apostle and the third one went away. The 2 persons kept on standing before Allah's apostle for a while, and then one of them found a place in the circle and sat there while the other sat behind the gathering, and the third one went away. When Allah's apostle finished his preaching, he said, "Shall I tell you about these 3 persons?" One of them betook himself to Allah, so Allah took him into his grace and mercy and accommodated him. The second felt shy from Allah, so Allah sheltered him in his mercy, and did not punish him. While the third turned his face from Allah and went away, so Allah turned his face from him likewise. Volume 1, Book 3, Number 67. Narrated Abdurrahman bin Abi Bakr's father. Once the Prophet was riding his camel and a man was holding its rein. The Prophet asked, "What is the day today?" We kept quiet, thinking that he might give that day another name. He said, "Isn't it the day of Nar, slaughtering of the animals of sacrifice?" We replied, "Yes." He further asked, "Which month is this?" We again kept quiet, thinking that he might give it another name. Then he said, "Isn't it the month of Dhul Hijjah?" We replied, "Yes." He said, "Verily, your blood, property and honor are sacred to one another, i.e. Muslims, like the sanctity of this day of yours, in this month of yours and in this city of yours. It is incumbent upon those who are present to inform those who are absent, because those who are absent might comprehend what I have said better than the present audience." Volume 1, Book 3, Number 68. Narrated Ibn Mas'ud. The Prophet used to take care of us in preaching by selecting a suitable time, so that we might not get bored. He abstained from pestering us with sermons and knowledge all the time. Volume 1, Book 3, Number 69. Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said, "Facilitate things to people concerning religious matters, and do not make it hard for them, and give them good tidings, and do not make them run away from Islam." Volume 1, Book 3, Number 70. Narrated Abu Wa'il. Abdullah used to give a religious talk to the people on every Thursday. Once a man said, "O Abdurrahman, by Allah, I wish if you could preach us daily." He replied, "The only thing which prevents me from doing so is that I hate to bore you, and no doubt I take care of you in preaching by selecting a suitable time, just as the Prophet used to do with us, for fear of making us bored." Volume 1, Book 3, Number 71. Narrated Muawiyah. I heard Allah's apostle saying, "If Allah wants to do good to a person, he makes him comprehend the religion. I am just a distributor, but the grant is from Allah. And remember that this nation, true Muslims, will keep on following Allah's teachings strictly, and they will not be harmed by anyone going on a different path till Allah's order, Day of Judgment, is established." Volume 1, Book 3, Number 72. Narrated Ibn Umar. We were with the Prophet, and a spadix of date palm tree was brought to him. On that he said, "Amongst the trees, there is a tree which resembles a Muslim." I wanted to say that it was the date palm tree, but as I was the youngest of all of them, I kept quiet. And then the Prophet said, "It is the date palm tree." Volume 1, Book 3, Number 73. Narrated Abdullah bin Mas'ud. The Prophet said, "Do not wish to be like anyone except in 2 cases. The first is a person whom Allah has given wealth and he spends it righteously. The second is the one whom Allah has given wisdom, the Holy Quran, and he acts according to it and teaches it to others." Fatah al-Bari, page 177, Volume 1. Volume 1, Book 3, Number 74. Narrated Ibn Abbas, that he differed with Herb bin Kaid bin Hizan al-Fazari regarding the companion of the Prophet, Moses. Ibn Abbas said that he was Qadir. Meanwhile, Ubay bin Kabi passed by them, and Ibn Abbas called him, saying, "My friend, her." and I have differed regarding Moses' companion whom Moses asked the way to meet. Have you heard the Prophet mentioning something about him? He said, yes. I heard Allah's apostle saying, while Moses was sitting in the company of some Israelites, a man came and asked him, do you know anyone who is more learned than you? Moses replied, no. So Allah sent the divine inspiration to Moses, yes, our slave Qadir is more learned than you. Moses asked Allah how to meet him, Qadir. So Allah made the fish as a sign for him, and he was told that when the fish was lost, he should return to the place where he had lost it, and there he would meet him, Al-Qadir. So Moses went on looking for the sign of the fish in the sea. The servant boy of Moses said to him, do you remember when we betook ourselves to the rock? I indeed forgot the fish, none but Satan made me forget to remember it. On that Moses said, that is what we have been seeking. 18.64. So they went back retracing their footsteps, and found Qadir. And what happened further to them is narrated in the Holy Quran by Allah. 18.54 up to 18.82.